In the previous videos, we have completed the Firebase setup steps for Android and iOS. And the last thing that we need to do is to add Firebase authentication to our Flutter project so that we can use it to sign in the user into our app. What this means in practice is that we need to install a Flutter plugin into our project. And you might ask, what is a Flutter plugin? In simple terms, a plugin is a software package that can be added to our project. And because we use the Dart language to write Flutter apps, then this means that Flutter plugins are published as Dart packages. And this is the website where all Flutter plugins are published. So what we want to do is to find the Firebase authentication package on this website. So I'm going to the search bar over here and I can type in Firebase auth. And I'm going to enter. And this produces a list of results. And I'm going to click on the first one, which is the one I want. So what we can see here is the main page for the Firebase authentication package, and we want to add this as a dependency to our project. So let's go back to Android Studio, and here we're going to open the pubspec.yaml file. And if you remember, we used this file before when we added the image assets for our social sign-in buttons. So in this case, what we are going to do is to locate the dependencies section of this file. And then here, just below this line that says Cupertino icons, we're going to add a new one called Firebase_auth, like this. And then we need to choose a version. So the one that we are going to use is the one that is listed on the pub website over here. So here I'm going to copy this version, and then here I'm going to add it, and before it I'm going to add a caret and then paste it. By the way, I recommend that you use exactly this version because we will write some code that will depend on the Firebase authentication APIs, and newer versions of the package may introduce breaking changes. So by choosing this version, you can ensure that the code that we are going to write will compile. Now, before we go ahead, I want to quickly point out one small detail, and that is that we have used this special caret symbol before the version number here and here. And you might be wondering what this caret character means. So I'm not going to talk in detail about this, but what I can say is that it is used to define a version constraint. So if you want to learn about versioning and how to specify version constraints, you can head to this page on the Dart documentation website. And here you can learn about the caret syntax as well as the concept of semantic versioning. So if you're interested in this, feel free to pause the video and read more about versioning. Okay, so for now, let's get back on track. And here we are going to follow the convention of using the caret syntax for our dependencies. And now that we have added this, we can update our Flutter packages. And the way we can do that is by clicking on the packages get command over here. Or you can also do this by typing in Flutter packages get on the terminal. Okay, so let's continue on the next video.